Wump Mucket Puppets performed at the Taft Museum of Art this afternoon. Here to tell us about this wonderful set of characters is the creator, Terrence Burke. Welcome to Around Cincinnati.
Thanks for having us.
And you brought some friends with you.
I did. Well, if you look into your radio on the right channel, well, I'll let him introduce himself. My name is Cyril. I am a sea serpent and the monster of ceremonies, if you will. And over on the left side,
it's me, Coleman. Hi.
Well, hello, everyone.
Well, hi.
So puppets have been one of your passions for decades. On
Yes.
your website is a photograph of you and an elephant puppet. Tell us about that.
It all probably began towards the mid-'60s, watching such wonderful puppeteers as Bert Tillstrom and Kukla Frananali, Jim Henson, of course, and Edgar Bergen sometimes with when Charlie McCarthy would be on what was then variety shows, sadly gone away. And I would see these men operating characters, and I was really, really enthralled and captivated by them. And shortly after that, probably when Sesame Street premiered in 1969, I would ask my parents, how did they do that? And my parents found there was a class at the local YMCA that would teach children how to do puppetry. And I quickly took over the class. And I still have the script somewhere. It's called Snowy Baby and the Seven Hippies. Keep in mind it was the early 70s. And really just kind of was captivated by the characters and being able to animate and do it immediately. I'm also very much of a fan of cartoons, but didn't have the patience to want to draw them, shoot the film, develop it, edit it, and such. With puppets, they're immediate. They're there. They're three-dimensional.
You bet we are.
You and your wife have created the puppets. What was the process like?
It all starts with a sketch, a vision in my head that I will doodle it down on a napkin or scrap paper. And Laura, who has more developed art skills, she refines it and says, we can do this, we can't do that, this will work, this won't, and then it'll make it into a three-dimensional character. Most of them are created out of fabric with foam insides to help stabilize it and to make what is called a mouth plate. It's inside my mouth. And that helps the puppet talk and keep my hand flat when it's closed.
Do you have different puppets for different shows?
It's pretty much a variety show in that Cyril, that's me, will introduce and sing a couple songs, get the audience warmed up, and then each puppet will come on, do a little bit of shtick, a joke or two. They try to work their way through a fairy tale, which is in their own unique way, and they all pretty much just have fun. It's really quite silly. There's no real theme other than silliness.
Besides these two, what other puppets do you have?
We have a strange alien known as Guazo.
He stayed at home. He's a little nervous to come out in the daytime.
He is a big orange alien that has visited Cincinnati because he picked up radio signals. In fact, he may be listening to this broadcast. And there are some earlier prototypes that have never really seen the puppet stage that will be refined. There's a superhero show lurking somewhere in my brain called The Masked Wedge and the Bagel Kid. And they're foodstuff that are superheroes. So that'll eventually find its way out. I've been doing a series of performances out in Loveland, and we're actually now working on some sketches and designs for a Loveland frog puppet. One of the common themes in the show are strange creatures, and
I'm a Sasquatch.
And as I said before, I'm a sea serpent, also known as a kelpie or a water monster, lake monster.
And it was kind of combining an interest of mine of cryptozoology and just oddness and aliens and things, but making it in a family-friendly, fun way. Nothing scary. It's all very silly.
Have you connected with any of the other puppeteers in the area?
I am a member of the Cincinnati Area Puppetry Guild and in contact with them. In fact, a few of them came out to my show at Summer Fair a week or so ago. And I do correspond on the internet through our Facebook page and the web page. And there's some interaction with that. I hope to be able to attend the National Puppeteers of America Festival, which will be held in Philadelphia next summer. So I'm saving my pennies to get to that.
And where are you going to be appearing? Where can folks see your show?
Well, upcoming puppet shows we have are Tuesday, June 19th at the Northside Library. That's going to be at 3 o'clock. And then a little bit later in July, on Tuesday, July 10th at the Clifton Branch Library, and that's at 10 a.m.
And that's on Ludlow Avenue.
Yes, it is.
And then you also have one on July 15th in Loveland?
Yes, that's part of our Julian's Deli series, which is right on the Loveland Bike Trail, a nice little spot, and they have a new patio there. And we'll be doing a series of shows through the summer, and that'll be on July 15th, and that show's at 2 o'clock.
I saw also that at the end of July you're doing a private party at Ronald McDonald's house.
I am, and that is a very fulfilling and satisfying show that I'm looking forward to in that they had contacted me and asked if I would be willing to come in and entertain the families and children there, and I'm thrilled. I just would really love to do that. I've done some other charity work, and it's always something of interest in giving back to children and families and, helping them be entertained.
Will this be your first appearance with the Children's Hospital?
Yes.
Well, that's exciting. So that might open up some doors for you over there.
It started as a hobby when our children were born several years ago. The puppets would come and sing them to sleep and tell them little stories, and then gradually tried it out at a farmer's market at our local branch library in Northside, and it's kind of just started to grow, and I'm quite pleased in the direction it's going.
Well, Terrence Burke, creator of Wump Mucket Puppets, and your cute little friends that you brought with you today, thanks for coming in.
You're very welcome.
And we hope to see you all at one of the shows soon. Bye-bye, everyone.
And remember, puppets rock.
You can find a link at WVXU.org. For Around Cincinnati, I'm Lee Hay.